Hey there guys, welcome to this next lesson. In today's lesson, we're going to be developing the character we made in the previous lesson. And as I was saying, I want to make a character quite different to the idea we might have of what a unicorn is. This is why we're going to be focusing more on the way this guy is going to be expressing himself. I also wanted to tell you that in this case, we're going to be working from symmetry. You can open the symmetry from preferences if you're working with Photoshop CC 2018, and if you're not, you can do half of your drawing, and if you want to make it symmetrical using a ruler, or you can copy it later on and then transform it to reflect it. In the case that you're using symmetry, you just have to activate it, and then you would add in a horizontal line. So everything we draw is going to show up as a reflection on that line. So as you can see, I'm applying this design with the previous one we had here. And as I was saying as well, I would want to make a unicorn that's quite peculiar. Apart from this, the body I'm drawing in is quite simple for what I was saying. I've taken with the Japanese chibis. Chibi means small, alright? These caricatures of people that are a little exaggerated, seen as the extremities aren't the way they should be. There's no realism. But they're fun, you know? They're fun. We're going to try and decorate these things in a more aesthetically acceptable way, the most I can. Maybe I'll add in things that are more compatible with the conceptions that we might have of what a unicorn is, like maybe like this cute little hair and the detail of the heart that it has on its stomach. Anyway, well, there we would have our frontal view of our character, and what we're going to do now is copy it 3 times. So we're going to get our side view and our back view from these 3 times. We're going to put them somewhere around here so that we're not getting too in the way. And holding Alt and dragging, we're going to get our copy. Okay, so we have these 3 images here that just by making little touch-ups, we're going to be able to get that back view, using that front view as help, okay? And, well, we also have the side view that's going to be a bit more difficult. It's the one I'm going to do now, okay? As you can see, what you have to do is to make a rotoscopia is to make parallel lines on the points that you want to keep as references. For example, the height of the eyes, of the horn, etc. So that all 3 keep that common logic and sense, you know? And, well, in this way, we're going to go along making our image. You have a course on this, and the first course is that we actually have on TootPad. That's quite useful to make the characters turn, make their different sides, because it helps us to make these views with more precision. I'm doing this now because I want to have a greater perspective of what I can generate with the stickers. This way I can take it as like a larger study of what we can generate now. We have to keep in mind some details of our drawing. For example, the fact that the frontal view has been drawn with the eyelids drooped. So in the side view, we have to also mark that, that as well. The height of the hair, of the fringe, of the mouth. So the more parallel lines you make, the easier it's going to be for you to adapt those references for our proportions. And obviously, this way, the more precise your drawing is going to get. And well, we're going to take the last references. We would have the side view done. So this would be, so to speak, the more complicated way to do it, because we would have a fixed reference. We wouldn't have a fixed reference like we would do with the back view. We're going to move on to the back now. after adding in a series of adjustments and some detail into our drawing. And, well, if you want, you can go along cleaning with some more precision, and I'm going to use it as a base so that later on we can color it afterwards. So the only thing I'm doing now is I'm just erasing, okay? And there we'd have it. I'm going to move on to the back view now. That would be this one here. I'm going to erase all of the content that's inside the lines, okay? And there it would, that's how we get it. It's a question of looking at this part, adding the details that will be behind it, like finishing the hairline and the tail. The only things we'd really need, we wouldn't need to get rid of any other details. We haven't really gotten rid of much, just some areas of the fringe, the face, and the heart. So, well, with this, we would have this twist in our character that's going to help us to make a reference that's a little more trustworthy of what we're going to be doing later on. It's now just a question of adding and taking away details once you have the base a little more prepared, and, that kind of stuff. The only thing I've made here is a really simple character that's going to be easy to adapt to the final sketches. Then we're just going to go along adding details to where you need them, okay? Right now, I'm just adding in details, and, I'm going to try and add them in a more coherent kind of way. I'm going to put the side view in the middle, and the back view is going to go to the right so that we get more like a true rotation kind of feel to it. Okay. And this would go here. Now they're more coherent. Let's grab this, and we're going to minimize it a little bit. I forgot to group it. Control plus E, and we can group it. And then we would have that part ready. So to make a little summary of what I want you guys to do from now on, and of what I've done, I've made this unicorn up here that's going to be the antithesis of a natural unicorn. Okay, the one we could have in mind, because it's going to have like that badass attitude. So far away from that magical, feminine, nice unicorn. I want it to be close to like a person, like an actual person. Sort of, call it some way. And so when people see these stickers, they're going to feel related to more common things. We're going to see more in our day-to-day, and it's going to be like usable, so to speak. I want it to be less magic and more real, just like I wrote in there. So yeah, with this here, we're gonna think a little bit on those phrases, those things we can apply to our stickers so you can put them on our character. Yeah. And yeah, we're going to move on to the next lesson. So I'll see you then, all right? Bye.